Good afternoon. We have with us Dr. Neil Mani Ahuja, Consultant Critical Care Medicine, Holy Family Hospital, Delhi. And we welcome you to Natco Pharma Specialty Criticon 2024 studio. We look forward to your advice, Doctor, for the young generation of doctors in the space of critical care on associated with the antibacterial resistance treatment. My first question to you is, how do you foresee the changes in critical care management?
Ever since when we have seen the era of COVID in 2020-21, critical care medicine has gained really an immense amount of importance in the routine lives of people as well. People have started understanding that critical care medicine as a specialty is working very differently as compared to the other medicine departments and allied departments, and its importance has gained up. And as we are foreseeing, the critical care medicine departments and the field in itself is progressing in terms of newer advancements, in terms of more aspects of better hemodynamic monitoring, better critical care aspects, getting better outcomes with the help of advanced machinery, AI, etc. This is what is happening recently in the near aspects of the critical care medicine field.
Great. What is your advice to the young ICU doctors to enhance patient care?
So I think as we see critical care, as I am a young doctor and my colleagues who are young, I think the chief problem that we are facing here is in critical care perhaps is the emergence of antibacterial resistance. And sepsis is one of the most important challenges that we are facing. And since it is so common and we are using antibiotics so commonly, antimicrobials, so the emergence of antimicrobial resistance is one of the threats that we are facing. My advice to younger generation like myself, like my other colleagues, I would say that I should be or we should be judiciously using our antimicrobials. There are guidelines for prescribing antimicrobials. We should be judiciously following them in honesty. And one of the most important things about using these antimicrobials so that we prevent any antimicrobial resistance to develop is to equally consider de-escalating or stopping antibiotics when desired, when we have a desired result. The guidelines are trying to get us to that path as well. आज हम बात कर रहे हैं 2022-23 में अमृतकाल में हम जा रहे हैं और अमृतकाल में जाते हुए हम एक श्रेष्ठ भारत की उम्मीद करते हैं। एक श्रेष्ठ भारत की उम्मीद करते वक़्त हमें ये भी समझना पड़ेगा कि हम एक श्रेष्ठ स्वास्थ्य व्यवस्था की तरफ देख रहे हैं। और अगर हम एक श्रेष्ठ स्वास्थ्य व्यवस्था की तरफ देख रहे हैं, तो उसको श्रेष्ठ बनाने की ज़िम्मेदारी हम जैसे यंग डॉक्टर्स के कंधों पर है। इसीलिए मेरे कलीग से मेरा अनुरोध है कि जब भी हम एंटीबायोटिक्स यूज़ करें, उनका इस्तेमाल करते वक़्त उतना कौतूहल बरतने की ज़रूरत है कि हम ये जंग हार ना जाए। ये हमारे हथियार हैं, इन हथियारों को हमें बहुत सूझबूझ से यूज़ करना पड़ेगा, बहुत सूझबूझ से इस्तेमाल करना पड़ेगा।
I, in fact, liked your thought about judiciously using antibiotics. I mean, that's really, really important. And you are actually passing that message to the young generation doctors. Thank you for that. What is the prevalence of carbapenems producing bacteria in your practice, and which is the best treatment option?
So I think the carbapenems producing bacteria have now been increasing in our prevalent practice in what we are seeing. So the prevalence would be maybe around something between 20 to 40%. And that is why I say that judicious use of antibiotics at all levels is really required. ICMR has been, for the last 2 years that I've been seeing, has been judiciously advocating about prescription writing for antimicrobials to be used very judiciously. Every 3-4 months, there is an article in the newspaper about antimicrobial resistance, and ICMR is also promoting uh, people to use antibiotics judiciously. So we are making some progresses in that aspect. As far as the carbapenems producing bacteria are concerned, I think lots of it will depend upon the antibiotic sensitivities that we are getting with that. Ceftazidime, ivermectin, etc. are one of the choices. Then we have polymyxins, colistins, fosfomycin, etc. that can be used. So we are using those, but again, we are in such a situation here that we need to curtail our antibiotic use and make it make it a habit to give it to only those patients in whom we really think that it is desired. And even in those patients whom we think that it is really desired, once we are over with the course of antibiotic therapy, once we are over with the illness, it is equally important to step back and stop it. सो दैट इज़ वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट मैसेज जो मैं यहाँ से कन्वे करना चाहता हूँ। ये हमारे कंधों पे बहुत बड़ी एक ज़िम्मेदारी है। आज हमारे कंधों पे ये ज़िम्मेदारी है कि हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ी इस तरह की चीज़ से परेशान ना हो। कहीं अगर हमारे सारे हथियार ख़त्म हो गए तो हमारी आने वाली जो अगली पीढ़ी है उनके पास कुछ भी नहीं होगा।
Dhanyavad, Dr. Oja, and thank you so much for passing on this message. Not only to yourself, you've included yourself as well, and to the entire set of the young doctors. I wish you all the best in your practice, and thank you so much for your valuable time at the Natco Pharma Specialty Criticon 2024. We wish you all the best.
थैंक